I've been wondering if starting off my YouTube journey with some controversial topics is the best idea. And I kind of decided that, yeah, that's what's kind of speaks to me the most. So today we're really going to focus on how work-life balance is a complete and utter lie. Welcome to Authentic Living Guidance, where we push back on societal norms, push back on hustle culture, and lean into building a life and career that is meaningful to you. My name's Emily. Let's get into it. Let's start at the most basic level. What is work-life balance? Now, I'm sure this is not a new concept for you. We see it all over social media. We hear about it at work. You've probably heard it quite a bit. However, I want to touch on it a little bit because when we talk about work-life balance, what we tend to think about is the fact that us as individuals, we have different roles in life. Maybe we have a role at work, a role at home. You might have extracurriculars, you have your friends, you have various roles. And the idea of work-life balance is that you're able to show up in all these roles to the same capacity, right? They're all in balance. One's not superseding the other. So you're going to all these roles evenly. And that is supposed to give you a good quality of life and have some life satisfaction. So a big reason why work-life balance isn't really possible is because we'd really try and separate work and life fully when that's not possible. It's not how we live, right? They bleed in together. One will impact the other. And so this keeping a tight separation and feeling we have to do it and not being able to is difficult. But I want to let you know that the landscape of work and how society is built makes it so that work-life balance isn't even possible. I'm going to talk about 3 ways it's not possible. There are many more, but let's get into 3 just to start it off. The first point I want to make is that there are increasing demands at work. More and more we see to-do lists that are never ending, piles of work. We have a lot of high expectations. We do overtime hours. We can almost feel like we're drowning in our schedules and to-do lists. And because of this, it feels like work is just ever present. There's always something going on, and it's hard to switch off because you're always thinking about what you have to do next. Another way that society is not built up to really encourage work-life balance is the societal and organizational expectations that are placed on us. And this is apparent when we talk about how we need to hustle, we need to go hard, we need to work late hours. If you want to succeed, it's blood, sweat, and tears. And if you were to leave on time or take your lunch hour, man, you're lazy, right? Or you might get judged by other colleagues who are hustling. And we hear that a lot in the discourse around millennials and Gen Z, how they're lazy, they don't work hard, they don't have good work ethic. Now, I'm a millennial, and I really took those comments to heart. So I really stayed late. I went over and above to prove that narrative wrong, to my detriment, let's be honest. Another big factor that affects work-life balance and makes it kind of not possible is technology and connectivity. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with Teams, Slack, all those kinds of things, because it's really great that, we can talk to people even when they're not in the room next to us, right? We can work from home, we can work remotely, the pandemic allowed a lot of those kinds of things. But the issue that comes with always being hyper-connected, either through instant messaging, emails, phone, you name it, is that we're always working. We're always on. We're always reachable, right? We don't get time to disconnect. We're encouraged to put, stuff on our personal phones, our work email, and so on. I used to do that. Do you know how often I would check my work email because of that? And so when we're hyper connected in work, of course it's going to bleed into our personal lives. It happens. And it's so overwhelming because we don't know how to create clear boundaries when work follows us everywhere. So, if we know that work-life balance isn't possible, especially given some of the things we've discussed today, why do we keep promoting it? Now, a lot of people promote it for really good reasons. Like, I was a therapist promoting work-life balance, and we want to say it from a good place, right? But mostly what we're saying is don't get so deep into your work, don't drown in your work that you don't actually have time for your life. However, and this is more of the maybe controversial part, I think that the culture of overwork and hustle culture and capitalism really benefits from continuing to spread the lie of work-life balance. As we've already discussed, the culture of work is not made for work-life balance. High expectations, high demands, super connected, can't really have a good work-life balance in that type of environment. And we know this, and organizations know this, and society as a whole really knows this. But instead of changing the systems that are in place, we blame the individual. Here's an example, and let me know if this resonates with you in the comments. So, you're at work, and you have all those issues that I was talking about. You're feeling overwhelmed. You're having a hard time catching up. You can feel the burnout really creeping in, and you don't know how you'll make it till Monday. You decide that you're going to talk to your boss or your manager about how you're doing and seeing, if there's anything that they can do to ease your workload. But the comments you get are you getting enough sleep? You should probably work on that. Sounds like you're not able to adequately manage your time and your tasks. You should probably go see a therapist because you're not doing well, And basically, what they're saying is, that sounds like a you problem. You should deal with that. And that's putting onus on the person that we've put in that situation, because that person, the manager, generally knows that they're giving you too much work. They know that you can't handle it. They know they've given you more than you can swallow. But they'll just say, sounds like you need to work on yourself. So that wipes their hands clean. And then you go around life thinking, man, I'm weak. Other people can do the job and I can't. Even when I change jobs, I keep having the same problems. What's wrong with me? But you're noticing that in all the jobs you go, you don't fit because the way that it's structured and the systems that are in place are not meant for your well-being. They're not meant for your success. They're meant to just have deliverables. They're meant to just have an end goal. You are a cog in a machine. So knowing that, you can't rely on somebody else to change your environment because they don't want to. It doesn't serve them. It serves them better to blame you. And I don't want you to let them win. So where do we go from here? I wish I had the perfect answer to make everything better, and I really don't. I don't. I wish I had a magic wand, but I don't. And I know in situations like this, we can feel powerless. Because, let's be honest, just this one YouTube video is not going to change the world. I mean, this is a YouTube video among many who's probably touting the same idea. But I believe in questioning things. I think there's a lot of power in questioning the status quo, questioning the way things are. And our voices have power. The problem that is kind of evident is the loudest voices aren't always sharing your message. They're promoting things that maybe aren't of value to you. That's kind of why I decided to make these videos now, because I've got a really loud voice too. So I'm going to use it, and I'd like for you to use yours as well. So let's continue this conversation as we move forward. Let's build a movement. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And until next time, live your authentic life. Bye.